So on we move to award number 8, the Eric Gillie Limited Trophy. As has been the case for a number of years now, the National Hunt Special Achievement Award has been sponsored by Eric Gillie Transport, and we'd like to thank Philippa Gillie and her family. This year, the recipient has been chosen by the TBA National Hunt Committee because, remarkably, this admirable gelding had never landed one of these trophies despite his achievements, which is scandalous, really. So hopefully we can right that wrong now. Winner of 13 of his 38 races, this bay was bred in Leicestershire, but it's always been trained in Dorset. A debut bumper winner for Helen Nelms. He didn't get off the mark over hurdles for many runs until he transferred to Harry Fry. Then he just didn't stop winning. Initially for the Harry Fry Racing Club, racking up an 8-race unbeaten stretch, which included having been transferred to the ownership of JP McManus, a maiden Grade 1 at the age of 7. The following season, another pair of top-level wins were captured, and his final Grade 1, achieved amazingly at the grand age of 11, came at Punchestown in May 2019, just days into the qualifying criteria for these awards, the Ladbrokes Champion Stayers Hurdle. By Sir Harry Lewis, and the recipient of this Eric Gillie trophy is You Know What I Mean, Harry, who was bred by R.G. Smith, but better known as John. And I'm hoping that John is going to join me now to talk about this amazing horse and one of the finest British bred hurdlers in recent years. And to have him and Thistlecrack flying the flag for British breeding in that division at the same time was really quite something. John, good evening. Now, John, I can see you, but I can't hear you. Have we got you now?
I hope so. Have you?
Yeah, we've got you now, John. You're coming through loud and clear.
Good.
As I said a few moments ago, it was scandalous, really, that You Know What I Mean, Harry hadn't won one of these awards before, but he has. He has now. What a surprise package he must have been for you later in his career.
Yes. Well, you see, when Helen Neames bought him, I bred him and got him to 5 years old, and we broke him and schooled him over hurdles. And my daughter-in-law, Holly Smith, the show jumper, she schooled him over hurdles and said he jumped like a stag. We were going to send him to the sales, but they said he was too small, sell him as a polo pony. So we sold him for £5,000 in the Horse and Hound. He went to Helen Neames, who won first time out with him in a bumper. But then a bit later, Harry Fry bought him for the Harry Fry Racing Club, and his stable jockey was the brilliant Noel Feely. And from there, he won 8 on the bounce.
And everyone who's been involved with him right from the word go, have they all taken as much pleasure as you have? Have your son and daughter-in-law been sort of engaged in watching him run and enjoying what he did?
Oh yes, wonderful.
And he's been an incredibly tough horse, amazing longevity. Did he always have that kind of hardness about him?
Yes, we knew he was a brilliant jumper, but Holly never told me he could stay for 3 miles with 12 stone on his back without taking a breath. And Noel, when he got to Harry Fry and Noel Feely, it made him, and it was unbelievable. Pity JP McManus didn't look at him when I had him.
Have you been on the phone to JP saying you've got a few more?
No, because I haven't.
So what are you up to now as regards breeding, training, racing, anything? I mean,
jumping.
Is it just show jumping now?
We no national. Well, my son Graham used to train.
Yeah.
But then he gave up his license, and we went into show jumping. And Holly Smith, you know. Yeah. And as I say, we were hopefully going to the Olympics this time, but things were off.
And is she still hoping that she can make it there next year if we have Beijing 21?
Yeah, hopefully yes, but great horse Heart's Destiny, we've had to have him put down.
Oh.
So we'll see what happens.
So it's been a very challenging year for you and your
Yes,
family
it
in
has.
that regard. Yeah.
It has.
Is there any way we can tempt you back into breeding national hunt racehorses, particularly with the advent of the Great British Bonus Scheme, John, which I'm sure you know all about?
Well, we might do. Well, I'll have a word with Graham, see what he says.
All right. Well, fingers crossed we can. For the time being, please enjoy the Eric Gillie Limited Trophy for breeding.
I'm looking at it now, and it's beautiful. Thank you very much. Very grateful.
Not at all, John. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Best of luck to John. Hopefully he'll be back in the game before too long, and a wonderful award there for a fabulous servant.